And it's your fault. We are right back in here. Put the blame where it belongs. Yeah. JJ Redick. The hiring is just what I want. Yes. And I'm glad it's here. Because this is what I warned y'all about. This one is what I warned you about. Oh, yeah. This one right here. It exposes everything. Yeah. You thought that I would be quiet about this? Oh, no. I was sitting back waiting for it all to fall down. So let's kick the intro. Hi, I'm Karceno. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Karceno and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Welcome, live from my vacation. Hey, I'm on vacation here, chilling on vacay with I got a strawberry drink. It's almost gone. I need a refill. And it's time. It's time, it's time, it's time. Now, the most of us saw that the Los Angeles Lakers hired JJ Redick to a 4-year coaching deal with the reports of how much he's being made is not being told to the world. Why is that? And another thing, I have saw something that was very alarming in this situation. No one likes JJ Redick. None of the players. He's bashed on ESPN. He has bashed the current players that are playing on the team, from Reeves to Anthony Davis, and now a guy who's played 30 months ago, he was playing in the NBA. And he's already a head coach without, only thing he coached was his son's little league. 8 and 9-year-olds. And now he's coaching his son. Let that sink in. And he's coaching his new best friend, LeBron James. Oh my God, I love this so much. I love it so much. Now, the Lakers brass wanted to make it known that we tried to go get the college coach and make him leave UConn. That's who we wanted. But we have to settle for JJ Redick, because that's what LeBron wants. And it highlights a bigger problem in the NBA. The NBA try to make like they so diversified. It's all one big lie. They can care less about anything, because black coaches get fired after 1 year. Hell, they get fired before they finish the damn year. They get fired in a couple of weeks, even if they in first place. So we've seen that happen. And the thing is, we keep going along with it like it's part of the job. Like, well, that's what happens. It's not supposed to happen that way. Somebody like, well, this happens. No, it don't happen. Listen, we've been around a long time. Yes, I heard about Fulio before I went to sleep and still was trying to figure out who the hell is Fulio. Oh, absolutely. So the black coaches get fired and white coaches don't even need qualifications. This highlights a bigger problem in the league. Yes, it highlights a much bigger problem. That's why I'm glad this happened, because I wanted this to be highlighted. I wanted people to see this. I wanted there to be no misconfusions or anything like that. That there is no grace at all for NBA players. It just doesn't exist. Now, there's no grace for you. You're all automatically going to be shoved to the side. Now, if you're the Los Angeles Lakers fans, how do you stop this? By stop watching the Lakers. You have to stop supporting the team that you love until they start doing right by you. That's the only way it's going to change. By you being held prisoner by you being held prisoner by a narcissistic NBA basketball player who's making all of the decisions, you're being held prisoner to his decisions. And him bringing JJ Redick into the league, somebody who thinks very narrow-mindedly, he's arrogant himself. We know he's going to glaze LeBron. LeBron's going to like that. He's got somebody that's going to do what he says. But he's so knowledgeable. Yes, every coach knows the plays. He told you nothing that you didn't know. Do you think JJ Redick know more than Sam Cassell? Do you actually believe that? Let's look at Sam here. Sam Cassell's got 15 years as an assistant coach, 4 NBA championships, 3 as a player, 1 as an assistant coach, NBA All-Star, 15 years, an NBA All-NBA player. JJ Redick, 0. Started a podcast, head coach of the Lakers. I dare someone to make it make sense. I dare someone to try to make that make sense. This highlights the bigger problem. I don't care that they hired JJ. I'm glad they hired JJ. I wanted him to get hired more than anything in the world. Y'all just didn't know it. I did say it before. I want them to do this so that failure can be complete. I want them to do this to highlight the bigger issue here. Your so-called all-exclusive league, National Basketball Association, has done this. And this is coming from a guy who claims he doesn't get involved in the decision-making process. I don't get involved when it comes to decision-making and coaching decisions. Yes, you do, LeBron. And the black coaches look at you like you're a complete stumbling, fumbling idiot. Idiot. They don't like you. They don't. They don't like LeBron. And I don't blame them. The coaches do not like you. The black coaches don't like you. The white coaches don't like you. You couldn't get another head coach that was actively in this league to take that job. Just as I told y'all, Rick Carlisle is the president of the coaches union. And Rick Carlisle doesn't like LeBron. He doesn't like the way this has been going on. He looks out for the protection of the other head coaches. They have meetings. LeBron knows what happens in those meetings because he's friends with another coach that's in that meeting. And they say, Bron, man, you got to stay low key on this. You got to like stay out of it because they don't want anybody coaching. Like they don't want you. Nobody wants to have anything to do with you coming to coach you. They'd rather be unemployed than coach you. So the Lakers' job is a hotbed job. Nobody wants to come there to coach because you're on the hotbed as soon as you get there. But the main problem is what people don't recognize is everyone's looking at JJ Redick. What is the team looking like? This is not a championship team. You're only going to be judged on is you going to an NBA championship with a 40-year-old player as your star player. He's 40. He's not getting any younger. He's not going to get any better. So you hitching your wagon to a 30-year-old and a 6'11" guy who thinks he's a shooting guard. Then it's a ticking time bomb to who gets hurt, who's out for the season. Then it's for what? So what you hiring JJ for? You're doing it and you're making it look like a movie. You're making it look like a bad movie. Let me put emphasis on that. You're making it look like a bad movie script. That's why I sat back and waited for them to make this mistake of hiring JJ Redick. And I love the fact that this Sam Cassell issue is being talked about more and more and more. Because it highlighted the fact that it don't matter what your qualifications are. These are the rules that they told us to keep us from being head coaches. We're 87%. The NBA is African American. 87% of the players are African American. Let that sink in. 87%. But we can't coach the game. We don't know the plays. That we're running the plays out on the court. But we don't know the plays no more when it's time to be a coach. We're just dumb. Oh, what do I do here, coach? They have exploited the race issue all the way through. They have, completely. Unfortunately, this is a lot to do with race. Unfortunately. Now, let's not forget what I said. It doesn't matter what you do. Who remembers JJ Redick when he was in college? His girl that he was dealing with, his chocolate dip, that he was forced to break up with because he wanted to be with her, but he's going to Duke and he's white. He couldn't be with his black girl. So she got pregnant while he was with the girl that he was dating in public, even though he dated the black girl in high school. JJ Redick was forced to break up with the black girl, the girl with color, to go and do his thing with her, and had an abortion contract with her, said he was going to pay her $25,000 to have an abortion, and then reneged on paying her the $25,000. None of this comes up when JJ Redick is going in to get hired. Even the lady that always seems to get it when it's a black person, she remember the time you didn't pay Ray Ray $5. And he didn't pay Ray Ray back his $5. Ray Ray owed him $5. Loaned him $5 when he was short on buying and purchasing an outfit. And he was purchasing an outfit, and Ray Ray loaned him $5. He went to the University of Ohio. He's a very nice person. He had a 4.0 GPA, and he was first team All-American. But Ray Ray never got back his $5 he loaned him to buy an outfit. So we might need to think about hiring this guy as a coach. Malika Andrews will find anything on somebody black. A man got hit by a car and died. She brought up an assault case that was against this man, didn't tell the people that the man was acquitted for it and was falsely accused for everything. He won that case because he was wrongly accused. The man died. His family is mourning his loss as he was hit by a car. It had nothing to do with anything his fault, and has his name, his last moments in the world, just drugged on television. His family has to sit there and watch that. Malika Andrews did that to him. And you think she brought this up with JJ Redick? This would be the first thing you bring up. You couldn't find this? Like I said, I am not angry that they hired JJ Redick. I love it. It highlights all of this crap. Because if this was us, would we have passed the interview test? They've been talking about it on ESPN. Have you heard anybody on ESPN talk about this? And then the email where he says the N-word allegedly. Well, you're going to be working with a lot of them N-words. So oh, no, I don't. I wanted to hear what she had to say about this. I was waiting to see if she was going to mention this, and she did not. So we haven't even gotten to the other problems yet. We're just touching this surface. So this man could say, I'm going to pay you $25,000 to have an abortion, and you don't get it. $25,000. Serious, $25,000. The abortion contract. Remember the time when NBA player JJ Redick forced his mistress to sign an abortion contract and no one really cared? Do you remember that? No one really cared. And they don't care now. He said the emails were fake and didn't come from him. And like it was a shakedown. And it just disappeared without a trace. Now, let's get to this main storyline. Well, that's the best thing to do. Because if they're going to just make this a movie script, you're exposing the NBA to the whole world. You're exposing everything to the mainstream media. Oh, yes. There you go, G. Oh, I'm loving this. I am loving this. I am so happy they hired JJ Redick. Now, let's go into JJ, the coach, man. Let's go into his coaching ability. Because you know plays, all the coaches know plays. It comes down to managing personalities. Can you manage and deal with the personalities that are in front of you? You're going to have to deal with players who want more minutes, players who don't want to go with LeBron's ideology. You got to know how to balance that. They have to respect you. And then when they don't respect you, you're in this vortex of trying to be not in the middle, and you're going to be in the middle. You have to find a way to navigate yourself out of that issue and still keep LeBron James happy. Well, when you move that way, you're looking at a bigger problem with personnel, because it takes the attention away and said, okay, we got a coach. The Lakers always been about championships, right? So what do your team look like? Because y'all were a 500 ball club. When I said it last year, I said, okay, with the team they got and they're bringing in now, they're a 500 ball club. What are the Lakers going to look like? You bringing in Bronny, you hiring JJ Redick. It looks like a bad movie. So ultimately, it's going to come down to the play. JJ Redick is an excuse maker, people. Let me tell you about JJ Redick. He's similar to LeBron James in another way. He thinks his shit don't stink either. He's arrogant. You saw how when he talks to Stephen A. Smith couldn't talk to JJ Redick like he talked to everybody else on the show. You think the way he talked to Monica McNutt, he was talking like that? JJ didn't put him in his place about 4 or 5 times on the show. We saw that live. How many times did JJ Redick put him in his place? In his Stephen A. show, Not to JJ Reddick. Why they haven't mentioned his salary? Because he's one of the lowest paid coaches in history. They're paying him almost bare minimum to coach the team. That's why they're not telling you his salary. They're doing it all under the budget, and they're going to pay this man under the table, basically. You get the fame of being a Lakers head coach. Here's the thing about it. Here's what these fake source writers are doing. Saying that JJ Redick is a Pat Riley type. Pat Riley? Pat Riley. This is like the worst kept secret in sports. Pat Riley? Really? I'm telling you, it's like a sad joke. People don't like when others get in their way and their progress, but they didn't pay him the money that they were going to pay them. He's one of the lowest paid coaches in the league. They don't care. You see, everyone's goal is to try to find a niche that works. And when you have a coach that has a very arrogant personality, who don't accept blame, who passes the buck on everybody, you're dealing with a situation that's going to be explosive, and people are going to say, well, this ain't working out. Let's see if we get somebody else in here. But now, who else you going to get? Y'all chose JJ Redick, so you're stuck with him as long as LeBron James is there. There's no wiggle room. You're stuck. There's nowhere to go. Mm-hmm. Nobody that I know of was championing for this. She didn't mention anything about his past. Nothing. But more than that, more than that, is looked at in a very negative light. Because hiring JJ Redick as a first-year head coach and trying to say he has a tremendous upside he brings to the Lakers. More than Darvin Ham. He's a better coach than Darvin Ham, and he's smart. It's like, are you insane? He's so much smarter than Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham is a better locker room guy. Darvin Ham gets other people in line to follow the head coach's plan. He alleviates the stress that the head coach got to go through. Why do you think he's on the Milwaukee Bucks? To help them keep the stress off Doc. And when Doc retires, he's going to be the head coach. Because Giannis respects him. When Budenholzer was there, it was Coach Ham they all respected and listened to. Coach Ham reminded him of his pops, and they won a championship because he was keeping everybody in line and off of Giannis back and letting them do what they had to do. And once he left, everything went downhill. That's how he felt. There's nobody there to keep anybody in line anymore. We need Coach Ham back for that. Oh, exactly. What are we really teaching people out here? We're teaching that it don't matter. No requirements matter. If they want to hire you, they can. Forget the rules that they put in place and all the excuses they told you. JJ Redick rule oversees all of it. It supersedes everything that they told you. They was like, well, JJ Redick was hired. No requirements, no assistant coaching. He hasn't been on no assistant coach's bench at all. He gets a podcast with LeBron, and he's a head coach. I know, sounds real disgusting, doesn't it?
Hiring the coach made it clear how strong LeBron James is within the Lakers. But Redick's signing could create problems within the squad, because Redick has already harshly criticized Anthony Davis, and it is not yet known how the player will react to the presence of a rival. Lakers hired new coach. After weeks of speculation, the Los Angeles Lakers have finally made it official. With less than a week remaining until the 2024 NBA draft, General Manager Rob Pelinka has pulled the trigger on hiring the head coach most expected to get the job. According to Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN, the Lakers have hired JJ Redick to a 4-year contract to become the franchise's 29th full-time head coach. The news that Redick is already working to put together his coaching staff is in line with long-standing reports that the organization already has candidates in mind. Redick, 39, played 15 seasons in the NBA, scoring 12,028 points and converting 1,953 point field goals. the proverbial late bloomer, he averaged a career-best 18.1 points per game while helping the Philadelphia 76ers go 51-31 in his 13th season in the association. Since retiring in 2021, Reddick has become one of the most prominent and educational NBA analysts in the industry. A lack of coaching experience has highlighted the criticism towards Reddick, but the Lakers are willing to gamble on his upside. Some in the organization reportedly view him as a Pat Riley type of figure as far as his potential as a head coach is concerned. Riley, of course, was the head coach for the Showtime Lakers, winning 4 championships at the helm and a 5th as the sideline general for the Miami Heat.
Let's stop that there. Let that be known right there. Pat Riley type. He's Pat Riley. All this time, I've never seen it. He's Pat Riley. We've been looking at this all wrong. He's Pat Riley. Didn't I tell you you're gonna hear that throughout the games? You're gonna hear it echoed all throughout the shows, the programs. He kind of reminds me of a young Pat Riley. You're going to hear that over and over again. They're going to beat it into your head. There's nothing about JJ that is Pat Riley. You got a LeBron James Glazer because he knows I got a shot here to be a head coach of the Lakers. They offered the coach of UConn a deal that they knew he was going to turn down. He, of course, going to walk away from that deal to make it look like we aggressively went after that coach. But he wants to return back home to UConn because you didn't offer him a real offer that it would make sense to him. I'm going to come coach the Lakers and be the, 5th highest paid coach in the league. No way. JJ Redick and how many bad takes the smart man has done on his ESPN shows. How many bad takes of JJ Redick do we have to sit through when he talks his nonsense enough that we called him JJ Redick? How many times do we have to sit there and watch this man act as if he knows everything? So you got 2 elitist guys on the team, but one guy is going to cower himself down because he's sitting next to LeBron James. Oh my God, Laker fans. I'm so happy for you because the goal is an NBA championship. And if they force the Los Angeles Lakers into a championship game, you should be done with the league. Because what this team looks like right now, I don't care if you bring 3 or 4 players in. They're not 3 or 4 players away from a championship. They're not. This team is in dire straits. You're gonna lose D'Lo, but who you gonna get for him? LeBron wants Murray from Atlanta. They was like, what if they get Trae Young? Okay. You get Trae Young, and then what? You still got an AD problem. You think he's just gonna remain healthy? Nah. Sorry. Injuries are going to pile up. Is JJ Redick sleeping with Jenny Buss? Nah. Jenny Buss didn't want JJ Redick. The Lakers organization didn't want to hire JJ Redick as the head coach. There's only one person that wanted JJ Redick on the team. Anthony Davis can't stand him. He always criticizes Anthony Davis. So Anthony Davis had reservations about him being the head coach. There's only one person that wanted him on the team. That was LeBron James. So now you're bringing in Bronny. You got LeBron James coming. JJ Redick got a weird case. Why is he around? And it's still JJ Redick got a weird case. Why is he around? Hey. He said, wow, I forgot about Steve Nash. Nash was hired because the general manager who runs the team was a former teammate of the Phoenix Suns. Not only did he hire Nash, he hired Stoudemire, he hired the head coach, he made the whole Phoenix Suns on the Brooklyn Nets. They all were going to get paid. This guy who was the general manager, first time running the team, they had him run a G League team for a season and brought him in as the general manager of the Brooklyn Nets. He never been hired anywhere else. And you see what he did. He torpedoed the entire Brooklyn Nets. But it's all right as long as it's all white. It's all right. Oh, my goodness. It's insulting. So for players in the league who wanted to take a knee and wear their BLM shirts and act like, well, the NFL's the problem, they need to get on board. No, buddy, you work for a problem too, a bigger problem that they play and laugh right in your face. You should turn around and ask them why there's no real, head coaches here of color, and they're always on the hot seat as soon as they sign the contract. And the guy was like, hey, you spit the gum and you missed the trash can when we had that game in Cleveland. So we're going to give you a warning this time. But, there's talk. You might want to start looking for, new coaching jobs. You could be number one. All right, we're number one. We're 31-13, but we got to clear it up. Yeah, we lost 2 in a row, and I don't think I like the way this is going. You've done some good things here. So it's going to look real good on your new job resume. We don't want to ruin anything. It's like, what, you firing me? Yeah, I don't think we're going to get out of this spiral. We just lost 2 games, coach, with 31-13. Yeah, but I kind of feel like we're sliding here, and I don't want us to get to a point where we don't recover and we could have fixed this early. Like I said, we appreciate everything you've done. Look, this is what I'm talking about. All right? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I see every day. And the coaching thing, it is not even unknown. JJ Redick got a DUI in college. Hell, in college, allegedly the woman $25,000, he had an abortion contract with her and reneged on paying the abortion contract. Mark Jackson can't get a job because he believed in God. Oh, can't have that. But they claim they do in the NBA, right? I feel bad for this world. It's a very fickle place. They want only the best of the best. Where Malika Andrews at? Somewhere playing with her little Barbie dolls and looking for the black players she could tear down. She was like, Reddick isn't black. I can't do that with him. I told you, she could tell you when Ray didn't get paid $5. He was an honor roll student. He did everything right. He averaged 44 points a game, triple-double. He's clearly the consensus number one pick, but he didn't pay Ray back his $5. That could have a mark on his character that he does not honor bets. Back to you, Jim. Oh, didn't know that. Leave it to Malika Andrews to do her investigative reporting to know that Ray didn't get back his $5. Did you track down Ray? No comment. We tried to find Ray. We went through a whole lot of Rays. It wasn't the right one yet, but we're still investigating it. So, like I told you, they don't care. So that's why I wanted him to get hired, so it would eliminate everything on the table. Sam Cassell couldn't get the job when he was the most qualified for it. 15 years as an assistant coach. 4 NBA championships. 3 as a player. 1 as an assistant coach. NBA All-Star. All NBA player. JJ Redick has 0 and 0. No NBA All-Star games. No, never was all NBA, never in his career. He started a podcast, coached his AAU 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds, not even dealing with adults. He's never coached adults. He's coached his son's team in AAU 8 and 9 years old. And now he's the head coach of one of the most valuable teams in the entire NBA. Make that make sense, world. Now, we blatantly knows what this is. This is why I often call this the dog and pony show. I very oftenly call this what it is. Oh, all day. I'm in my flowery hibiscus vacation shirt. Now, this doesn't fool anyone. And since it doesn't fool anyone, everyone looks like fools. it highlights a much bigger problem that goes on in the league. And people just ignore it and act like nothing. They move on to the next. Well, they say, well, Paul Pierce don't like JJ Redick. He was like, JJ Redick is like, he's like an IG model. Oh, 100%. Look, players that played in this league knows exactly what time it is. Let me get it set up for y'all so y'all can check it out because I want y'all to see this clearly.
LeBron knows Darvin's ass and his days are numbered. JJ gets hired by the Lakers. LeBron is still a player. JJ get to coach LeBron. They bring in Bronny. The podcast thrives.
They're still doing the podcast.
Fuck,
I don't know.
How does that not make no sense?
They ain't gonna have that.
How does that not make sense?
That was a good one.
Hey, JJ, look,
I don't know
gonna
if that
get you this
podcast
job.
be going though.
No, they're gonna stop the podcast just to have JJ coach the team. Who else will you trust? He trusts. Now you sitting there talking X and O's with JJ. How would you do this, Jay? Hey, Brian, how would you want this? How you want this done? Hey, I would do it like this, do it like this.
Play older than the coach.
Bro, they sitting there doing the shit themselves on TV. They showing us.
Right in front of us, huh?
Right in front of us.
Scout?
He coaching. He coaching JJ to be the coach.
Nah, but I'm saying they're probably been grooming him.
He's coaching him to be the coach, bro.
Hey, that's right before our eyes, though.
Right there.
Like, they talk about the game like, yo, you know.
This is what I would do, LeBron. I'll give you the ball right here and let you work.
Yeah, but who's JJ gonna hire though?
That shit.
To be honest with you, I really don't even think this is really about a championship no more. This is about putting on a good show. Because if we talking about, this sound like a script to me. This really sounds like a script to me. If we talking about, think about this. They hired JJ Redick, draft Bronny, or sign. I mean, does this sound like something that's like we're trying to move in a direction to win a championship, or does it sound like we're trying to put on a show?
When will Coach Reddick finally appear? Like, when will we see you on the sidelines running an NBA team?
You have to be careful about how you answer this question. No, I've been very open about this. Like, I have a desire to coach in the NBA. Life is about timing. Life is about the right situation. So I can't say a when, and I can't say a definite it's going to happen. Ecosystem that I've built and worked for over the last 3 years, I take a lot of, I wouldn't say pride because I don't want to say it's prideful. I take a lot of joy in this, and I love doing it. And it's important to me. So it's like you constantly, you guys know this, like you work so hard for something. It's hard. It's the same thing with our careers. Like, you work so hard for it. Like, I don't want to give that up, you know? So I don't know when, I don't know if, but it's certainly a desire.
In terms of Shams, that will be addressed once the season is over. So I'll just say that. I'll just say that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mysterious.
And I feel like you have the Los Angeles Lakers that are trying to figure it out with JJ Redick, a first-time head coach. We wish them all the best of luck with LeBron James in his twilight years. Granted, they're still there. They still have a chance to contend, but, I mean, you're going to give the edge to Boston in a really big way. Stability in the front office, stability on the court with your top-tier players. There's a difference of franchises here.
Championship.
I want to see how it goes with Anthony Davis, because I'm gonna give it to the All-Star break. If JJ Redick is not thriving and Anthony Davis is not playing at an elite level and he's not happy, I wouldn't be surprised if he wants out of LA, to be honest with you. I'm gonna give it to All-Star break to see how this go though.
But I'm gonna say this though, Perk, man, you called it out, man. Bringing in a guy like Rajon Rondo and his relationship with Anthony Davis, that's probably the smartest thing that JJ can do, because now you have a guy that's gonna constantly be in AD's ear. You got a guy that's gonna be a communicator between you and what AD needs. And you know AD trusts is LeBron, and trust is huge in today's NBA. Trust is maybe the biggest thing that you got to have for your locker room and your guys to get your guys on the same page. And he trusts Rondo already.
Just about ready to dig into my lunch, and my sources tell me, Woj, that JJ Redick is the new coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. So it's been, I mean, this morning there were rumors he was going to the Pistons. So A, I've got to lead tomorrow. B, hopefully I can finish my lunch. And C, it's interesting. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's interesting.
Yes, I kind of wanted to just show some things.
So, right there, it's a show. Exactly. And this is why it's JJ Redick. Everything he just said out of his mouth was a guy who knew he was going to be a head coach this year. That's why he says, I got to be careful how I answer this question. JJ was going to get the job for the Lakers, no matter what. Putting Rondo as an assistant coach would be horrible. Rondo don't have the temperament to be a head coach. He doesn't. So him being an assistant coach, by saying Rondo should be the coach, LeBron likes Rondo because Rondo is going to keep everybody in line. But Rondo has terrible off-the-field issues, or off-the-court issues, rather. He can't, for some reason, he can't stop all of the stuff he's doing with his baby mama. I don't know what it is. He got a DUI, drug possessions, and carrying a gun. Then he just got arrested again in Indiana. The baby mama had threatened him. So he just got arrested this year. So now we're hiring coaches that are arrested, and we're going to put them on the sidelines. A guy who threatened to put a gun on his baby mom's and told his son to come out and get in the car. That's what we're doing now. Rondo is a head case and a problem. He might be knowing the game, but he also is crazy. Rondo went to his baby mom's house, pulled out a gun, had a ton of guns. She had to call 911. Everybody know that. DUI with drugs and possession and a gun and then you get hired as a coach. Where they do that at? The Lakers. Right. You think I was talking about Rondo? all the things that happened with him, you would think I was talking about Rondo.
And we're following more breaking news. Former Celtics and NBA player.
And they talking about making this guy head coach. Are you crazy? Rondo is crazy.
Rajon Rondo has been arrested following a traffic stop in Indiana. Officials say the 37-year-old was allegedly driving recklessly and was pulled over by a trooper.
In a sudden twist that left NBA fans reeling, the once celebrated career of Rajon Rondo took a dramatic nosedive with an unexpected arrest. As headlines spread like wildfire, the basketball world found itself in a state of disbelief and dismay. The allegations of domestic violence and abuse shattered the image of a player once revered for his on-court prowess. How did Rondo, once a star on the hardwood, find himself entangled in such a troubling situation?
So now, you mean to tell me a man with accusations of pulling a gun on his baby mama, threatening her, physical abuse, DUI, drug possession, gun charge, a coach in the NBA for the Lakers? Hey, I can't make this up. I can't make it up. They be like, man, Rondo Black, man, give him a break. All of the coaches in the coaching pool, you want Rajon Rondo because he's smart. Of course, Rondo is smart, but he makes dumbass decisions off the court. How long before he choking a player? This the same man who punched out. Soon as he punched out Chris Paul, spit on him, and then punched him. How long before he fighting a Laker in the locker room? If LeBron wins a championship with this coaching staff, he will become the GOAT. No. If LeBron wins a championship with this coaching staff, don't even call it a sport. Take the word sport out of it, because it's no sport anymore. Sport is eliminated. Look at the players that you have on this roster. Do you think this is a championship team? I don't put them. They're in the West, not the East. I wouldn't put them over anybody in the West. They still can't beat Denver. They were good enough to win one extra game. Didn't last the playoffs. You had a guy out there who wasn't allowed to coach the team. So if he wasn't allowed to coach the team, what good is he? Darvin Ham was making like $2 million to coach the Lakers. They owed him $5 million for the next 2 years. $5 million. LeBron's played there 6 years, and there's been 4 head coaches. He won your little in-season tournament, and that wasn't good enough. He went to the Western Conference Finals, got you guys the in-season tournament, and then you guys got eliminated in the first round of the playoffs by the world champions. Not a team that was just on the line or just another playoff team. Y'all lost to the world champions in the first round. To show you that's the goal y'all got to try to get to beat them. And you fire the head coach. You know, it's not funny because it's tragic. You look at what happened to Griff. #1 in the NBA, and it wasn't good enough to keep your job. #1 in the East, and it wasn't good enough to keep your job. Then you bring Doc in, which breaks up the chemistry because they don't really know Doc. Doc was hired, but he was in a role of just an advisory. So they just brought him to the sidelines. And now the players got to learn Doc and learn the way Doc want to do things. Doc had brought in his own coaching staff. Instead of keeping the coaching staff that was there, he let go Griff's staff too. They got rid of them too, brought in his. Huh? I'm capping right now. About what? Darvin Ham was getting $5+ million. The Lakers paid him $5 million when he left. He had 2 more years remaining on his contract. Break that down. That's $2.5 million, $2.5 million. If $5 million left on his contract. So he was getting paid $2.5 million. They've already paid Darvin Ham. They paid him the $5 million. And that's why Rick Carlisle put that in there for the players, and he's the president of the players union. But LeBron neutralizes NBA coaches. I told you guys before, everybody in this coaching pool, whether you're white, black, or whatever, LeBron James will get you out of there. You're playing for LeBron. LeBron will get you out of there. He's going to get you traded. That's what he does. Now, if you know all this, why does anyone care? If you're a LeBron James fan, this is exactly what you want. You used to this kind of nonsense. He brings this all the time. How long before he falls out with JJ? But he knows he can't do that. You can't throw JJ under the bus. Don't tell us when you're losing 3 and 4 in a row that with the players, man, we need a couple of guys in here. You're going to be crying for All-Star break. Let me tell you again how the Lakers season is going to go. All right? This is how the Lakers season is going to go. Get ready. Before they start training camp, before the season starts and they're taking their team photos, y'all going to be like, oh, man, we're going to the championship. Look who we got. All-Star break. Man, we got to get rid of him. We got to get rid of him. And he got to go. Yep, he got to go. We got to get rid of him. He got to go. All-Star break come past. Y'all make some moves. Yes! This is what we got. We straight now. Well, we're going to the championship. End of the season. Man, we need a coach. He don't know what to do. Yeah, he ain't ready yet. Nah, man, we gotta get it. We can get this coach. He gonna be a free agent. Yeah, man. So we need LeBron. Somebody gotta help LeBron, man. This is ridiculous. How many times do we gotta go through this carousel? This is every year. How many times are you gonna go down the same road? It keeps proving me right. This whole chat hate the Lakers. We hate the BS of the Los Angeles Lakers. We love the organization when it was the Lakers. This is not the Lakers. This is the LeBrons. The Los Angeles LeBrons. And because of that, the whole league is screwed up. And Jeremy, you can't see past that because you're a LeBron fan. You're not a Lakers fan because the Laker fan already understands this. So I hope that answers your question. It's just that the people in this chat understands what the Los Angeles LeBrons look like. This is not the Lakers. And it's not going to change until the Laker fans saying, I don't want to be a part of this. I can't watch this anymore. I can't watch a 40-year-old guy fall into people and get a layup. I'm sick of this. Running people over and getting layups, and we're praising him for it. And this is what we're selling to the public. Yes, because that's the key. The league is just going to make money off of LeBron's celebrity, give him a farewell ring somewhere down the line, and that'll be the end of it. But they know you can't shovel this guy to no NBA finals. It don't make sense. Right. He would not be in here chatting if it wasn't for LeBron. He's a LeBron fan. You can smell them out through the text messages. It's in text, and we can smell them out. Your comments give you away. Your glazing is so strong. The odor of your glazing, we picked that up a mile away. So this is why I waited to talk about this situation. I waited because I wanted it to be clear and concise. I wanted everybody to know and understand exactly where we stood when it came to this. Oh, because it's always about the ladder of who put the work in. So for 15 years, coaching, Sam Cassell did. Even though he looked like Gollum from Lord of the Rings, it don't matter. He was the coach. He earned that right. No, it won't be. It'll be a dog and pony show. LeBron ain't like us. We already knew that before the song. Oh, that's what somebody said. He too ugly to be a head coach. Sam Cassell is too ugly for them to put the cameras on. Man, look like Gollum. The precious. Now, oh, what is this dude talking about now? Shouts out to Jared Gordon. Alien versus Predator. He said Steph and the Warriors don't get their flowers. Well, the thing is, the Warriors were like the rock stars of the league. Once that went away, they didn't have a plan B for them. They want to erase the Golden State Warriors because they were never supposed to be the rock stars of the league that they were. They came out of nowhere. You see, that's what I'm saying. The NBA don't know how to market and make champions. Basketball determines who's great and who's not. There was nothing wrong with that system. That's how the Warriors came into being. And that saved the NBA. So Steph Curry came and gave it a boost. Why? They didn't create the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors was created through draft and great free agency pickups. They built a bench with veterans and guys who knew their positions and roles. They became unstoppable as a team because of the structure and the games that they played. They were young. They had a great system. They had energy. They had guys who could fill in the roles. And those backup guys knew exactly how to make the team run. And they were the fastest team on the court. They played with pace that the league was not ready for. And they were just blowing guys away. And Stephen Curry is hitting all these shots from deep. And it's bringing excitement to the game. And everybody is sitting there in awe at what the Warriors was doing. Now, everybody's playing like the Warriors now. It's a monkey see, monkey do league. Everybody's trying to be the Golden State Warriors, play like them, run their sets, everything. They became rock stars on their own. And somebody called them the Splash Brothers in the Bay, and the NBA took it and ran with it. So they didn't do any work whatsoever in building the Golden State Warriors. They got rid of the architect, Mark Jackson, because he believes in God. And then they said, okay, we got him out of here. Now we bring in Steve Kerr, right? Kerr didn't have any real coaching experience, but we're going to bring in Steve and let him coach. And they're hoping JJ Redick is their Steve Kerr. Now, does JJ Redick know plays? Absolutely. He knows a lot of plays. But you got to do more than just know plays. You have to be in position to make the everyday basketball outcome reality. And if you don't have that reality going for yourself, you're screwing yourself out of bigger and better positions. That's the problem. This league that we're in today, the people around there are not making the everyday basketball decisions. They're making decisions based on social media, based on perception of the general public. When you start doing that, you're failing your team. You're failing the system of growing. But they're saying it doesn't matter who the coach is. It doesn't matter your qualifications. It doesn't matter any of that. It's who we want to have the job. So the interview process doesn't mean anything in real life. So this is what we mean by it being a dog and pony show. All to entertain you and keep you in suspense and talking about the Lakers, who's going to get the job. It doesn't matter if you don't have the personnel that can go on court and win games. They didn't lose last year because of Darvin Ham. They lost because of the personnel they had. The personnel they had couldn't even do anything, and the ones that they did have were all hurt. Vanderbilt probably played, 5 games all year? He had a weird injury. Why is he around? Cam Reddish, their defensive stopper, he was hurt almost all year. Right? So what are you going to say? This year, they're going to just be healthy again? Vanderbilt spent a whole damn year out, and he was a role player even when he was healthy. He's not the guy that gets you an NBA championship. Right. LeBron's the coach, and him and JJ Redick are going to decide what the hell they want to run. But now all this pressure is on them. They got Gabe Vincent, who they don't want. LeBron picked him. The Lakers lost a lot of their size. They got smaller last year, and it ruined the team. That was the worst decision they ever made. Absolutely. Worst decision they ever made. Everybody didn't heard about it. He was dating Vanessa Lopez, his then girlfriend. That was her name. JJ Redick was dating, what's her name? Vanessa Lopez. And while he was dating her, he revealed and he promised to keep dating her for a year if she ended the pregnancy. and he'll pay her $25K to get the abortion. So well, JJ Redick would attempt to keep his dating her, but she had to give up the $25,000. Then later, you know, she ended up sleeping with Shaq and sued him for harassment in 2010, but the case was dismissed by the judge who called her a liar. So as that case got news, Reddick had a bizarre contract drawn up by his former girlfriend. I mean, with her. Now, a pair of lawyers came up with this idea that Reddick, who was a rookie in the NBA at the time, just came in the league from Duke, and, you know, Vanessa Lopez was claiming to be pregnant with his child. So he was advised so she had to provide medical proof that she had terminated the pregnancy. And then they will attempt to establish and maintain a dating relationship for at least 1 year. Mm-hmm. Well, the 6-year-old contract at the time, it turned out Lopez was never pregnant, or she failed to follow through with the abortion thing. So he had no further obligations to keep up the dating charade. So if he simply got bored and didn't want to keep dating her following that abortion thing, he would be forced to, you know, contractually required to give her a written notice 30 days, prior to any breakup, and pay the $25,000. And as you can see right there, the contract is real. Media Takeout got the copies from the girl, so it's real. I present to you Vando. I mean, damn, he got all of this stuff going down, and it don't matter. Nobody cared. So if no one cares, you can do what you want. It does not matter. Today's league is the same thing it's always been. Nothing's changed. Mm-hmm. Right. He'd have been coaching his teenage son in basketball, and not his sons he got now. Yeah, this is why we say the things that we say. This is why we do the things that we do. We know how this goes. We know the situations. We know the players in the game. We know what they're about. None of this stuff is an imaginary thing. This is real. These people know us. They know we don't give them the real. JJ Redick has an attitude problem. They know that. They don't care. I told you, they don't care what JJ does. JJ, they be like, man, JJ popped dude in the head last week. What? Yeah. You ain't know about that? No, I didn't. Yeah. Well, let's wait a week before we announce JJ. Wait, you just hear what I said? JJ just popped dude in the head. Yeah, I heard you. So I said, we'll wait a week. Press it down. Then we be all good again. And everybody forget about it. Exactly. JJ Redick has no experience. Why is he around? JJ's got a weird case. Why is he around? JJ, look, there it is. Termination of pregnancy. Redick has agreed that once Lopez has terminated said pregnancy and provided medical proof of the termination satisfactory to Redick, including but not limited to direct access to Lopez's medical files and records of the clinic, practice, or hospital conducting the termination procedure, and has submitted to a post-pregnant examination by a doctor of Redick's choice to confirm both the prior pregnancy and its termination. Redick and Lopez shall attempt to establish and maintain a social and dating relationship between themselves for a period of 1 year from the date of this agreement. In the event of the foregoing establishes that Lopez was either not pregnant or did not terminate the pregnancy, Redick shall have no other further obligations. So hereunder. So that's it. Right there. It is drawn up. It is there. The lawyers of JJ Redick put that woman on a contract. No, it ain't Jennifer Lopez. It wouldn't surprise me if she be dating him next year. It'd be JJ Redick and Jennifer Lopez. Was that? But Malika Andrews omitted all that when she brought up JJ Redick. But Joe Mazzulla, anybody else, they got the shaft. Hit the like button, good people. I know y'all just got here. Some of y'all Thank y'all for the super chats. Appreciate that. No, they don't care about any of that anymore. The NBA is in a total different space when it comes to this. JJ was hated at Duke. Players hated it. They didn't like him. Yeah, they thought he was the clean-cut white guy who just kept talking ish. He did. His own teammate gave him the flu flux. I'm trying to tell you, he was not one of those guys that didn't get into arguments, that didn't get punched in the face. He was the guy that you would punch in the face. Mm-hmm. He was the guy that you... Oh, yeah. Right, but they're so smart, though. Remember what I said. This is a head coach. Now, this is their show called Mind the Game, their podcast, him and LeBron got, where they're the smartest people in the world. Don't no one else know these plays in basketball because only LeBron and JJ Redick know because they're the only smart people in the world. Nobody else knows plays but these guys. Right? Listen to what they're saying here.
This is interesting. So this year, top 5 players that have been blitz and pick and roll. Luka by far, almost 200 more blitzes. Sure. And then everybody.
So Luka, they're talking about a blitz when you normally send the double, right? And you wait for a certain point in time, then you send the guy to double team somebody, and it's Luka.
The next 4 guys are bunched together. It's Brunson, Anthony Simons, Dame.
Luka gets blitzed a lot.
Top 5 by ISO, Giannis, Kawhi, Julius Randle, Anthony Davis, and Bencaro. Those are the top 5 by ISO guys. Yep. It's interesting. I looked up your blitz numbers in the tracking era, and you were first in ISO doubles in 13 and 14, second in 15, 16, and top 10 in 17, 18, and 19, 20. You've never actually been in the top 20 in blitzes against pick and rolls. Why do you think that is?
Because I make all the right reads.
I think it's that simple.
It's that simple. Teams know they can't blitz me in pick and roll.
But there's what's interesting about.
No, that's not the reason why. The reason why is that he's old. You can guard LeBron James with an effing center. You don't need. You do not need to have anyone in place over there. You can guard LeBron James with a center. There's no need to blitz him. Yes, in 2013-14, you see how he went to 13 and 14? Oh, I checked up your stats. You were number 1 in blitzes in 2013. Yeah, in 13 and 14, that's 10 years ago. We're talking about the bum today. Notice you would pass 2020, He ain't bring up no more blitzes because nobody every year is getting less and less. Till now, it don't even exist. Ain't nobody blitzing LeBron James. Nobody's gonna blitz him. Why would they? It makes no sense. Guys can match up with him one-on-one. That's where he got a problem at. Long as Aaron Gordon is on the Denver Nuggets, LeBron's gonna have a headache. Oh, it's a headache for everybody involved.
Luka, I think he's one of a handful of guys in this era that can make any pass against a double team. James is one of them.
Yep.
You are for sure. Luka's one of them.
Yep.
So why are you blitzing him?
I don't understand it. Especially with the shooting they surround him too. It doesn't make sense.
Like I get the Brunson thing has been since Randall's out.
Yeah.
The uptick in blitzes.
Yeah, for sure.
Way up,
They
right?
don't have that.
I get that.
Yeah, for sure.
I get that.
I get that as well. You know, you have to. He's a one-head monster right now with the Knicks, and they blitzing him and making other guys beat him. I saw Golden State do it a lot last night as well before our game. But yeah, it doesn't, because he's going to make every read, and when Tim Hardaway is hitting 6 or 7 threes, you're done.
Yeah.
Kyrie's going to do what Kyrie does.
Yeah.
Luka's going to do what he does. But when you get Tim Hardaway hitting 6 or 7 threes, and in our game earlier this year, we blitzed Luka and Dante Exum hit 5,
oh, that's right.
6 threes. Yeah, that.
Now, how come Luka was guarded and picked up by Jaylen Brown, and when they did blitz Luka, they had no problem guarding Luka Doncic? Him and Holiday did a number defensively on Luka Doncic, and they forced the other teammates to have to make plays to beat them, which made Luka go into a selfish mode and started trying to force shots up. But these guys are the experts. Why are you blitzing him? I mean, here's the thing. We wouldn't have to blitz him if you knew how to play fucking defense, LeBron. That's just it. Play good defense, and then the world would see you, and you wouldn't have to do all that. You wouldn't have to blitz. You wouldn't have to do all this nonsense. Absolutely. So JJ Redick's hiring will expose it all. So I'm glad we've covered that. Now, what's going up now is crazy on the Patreon. As I told you from the story yesterday, part 2 has already started. So if you guys are on the Patreon, we got part 2 where the Mexicans were upset about not being included on the stage with Kendrick Lamar. It was only really one guy making the statement. And I had to address that on the Patreon only. So it's a continuation from the last video, just continued all the way through. Then, of course, the hottest thing I got on there going right now, 5 models involved with Drake are all dead. So that one is doing well. That's only on the Patreon. So Then this is the continuation of the Rich Paul story. He's the Milli Vanilli of the basketball world. And he hasn't closed any deals. Then we go into further details that we couldn't tell you about on the Patreon. I mean, on YouTube, only on the Patreon. And you'll be glad you stayed tuned to watch that because it's only 5 minutes long, but it's more than worth it. Okay, we went through that. We shared that with you guys. Knowledge to explain the mind. We always give you some knowledge. This is the concert version of the Not Like Us, the Pop Out. This is when it went down live, I believe. Yes. Let's take a little look. Okay, let's see how.
Hi, I'm Karceno.
Okay. Oh, let's talk about it. I didn't realize I did the whole intro.
No one knows Karceno.
We don't need that. Thank you. It's time for the pop out. Let's go. 20 seconds to the end of Drake. Let's go, baby. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drake, you done. So people watched that and that was incredible. You said the Patreon is too expensive. Dude, that is bull crap. Okay, trust me. You waste more money than what the Patreon costs. $3, $9, and then a $25 one. I got more $25 ones in there because people know, hell, I blow $25 in a month. Get out of here. D. McCary, we spoke about that all through. Exactly. So right. So it's a lot of continuations. And you wanted to know more about Diddy getting set up, him and Kanye West, by these two girls, and why that girl went live. This is the behind the scenes. This is what we couldn't show you on the YouTube. You're going to be glad you watched this. The live stream with Nate Jones and myself. Oh, the girl who tried to set me up. Remember the girl I took to the game? Yeah, she tried to set me up. She came back and tried to set me up. Yeah, so y'all didn't know what happened with her. Thank you, Brandon. How? You gotta go to the Patreon and you'll find out the whole story. And that's crazy. Shannon Sharp, I wasn't talking to you. I had to go off on Shannon Sharp. Then Marlon Wayans, I had to go and just, do this way. Superman 2 movie is not canon. Woo! Oh, boy, y'all didn't know all that. See, we talk about everything there. LeBron did what and hit it from all of us. What you do, Bron? What did you do? What you do? What did you do? I know what you did. Drake is connected to the Illuminati. And of course. So, yeah, it's a lot of stuff on the Patreon we got right now. Plus, we got a live chat. Boom. Let's go to the chat. Where's the community chat now? Boom, 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 boom. See, our chat is live. The Karceno for Life chat. Styles P. warned Drake 5 years ago. Byron's in there. He's like, it's funny. A lot of people are trying to buy Kendrick Nike shoe, RFO. He was wearing at the concert. Damn, that's fire. Where's the Kendrick Not Like Us music video? They were supposed to be dropping today on Saturday. Oh, well, they're filming it. I think you see it now, J Boogie. I was right. So there it is. Oh, yes, sir. So I'm going to get up out of here. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Mondo Black TV, Ticket TV, Damn DPOV, who've been crushing it. I mean, crushing it in this past this past week since the concert. Exactly. Yeah, welcome to HDIITV Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, his channel. Support all these brothers doing their thing and positive. The Star Report. Star always doing a great job over there. Support these brothers, man. They making things happen out here. I'm out. Till next time.